Hey everyone, Chris Fix here. I'm really excited to walk you through something every driver should know, how to handle a flat tire. Whether you're a new driver or you've been on the road for years, being prepared for the unexpected is one of the best things you can do for your safety and peace of mind. Today we're going to break down everything you need to know step by step so you'll never have to feel helpless on the side of the road again. Getting a flat tire is a real bummer, but it's something that happens to all of us eventually. It doesn't matter if you're driving a brand new car or an old beater, sooner or later you'll hear that dreaded hiss, or feel your car start to wobble. Maybe you hit a pothole, ran over a nail, or your tire just wore out over time. Whatever the cause, it can be stressful, especially if you're far from home or it's late at night. But here's the good news. Knowing how to fix it yourself can save you time, money, and a whole lot of stress. Instead of waiting for roadside assistance or calling a tow truck, you can take control of the situation. Not only will you save on service fees, but you'll also feel a huge sense of accomplishment. Plus, you'll be able to help friends or family if they ever find themselves in the same situation. Imagine this. You're driving along, maybe on your way to work or heading out for a weekend adventure, and suddenly you feel that dreaded thump, thump, thump. Your steering feels off, or maybe your car starts to pull to one side. You glance at your dashboard and see the tire pressure warning light. Your heart sinks. Flat tire. It's a situation that can catch anyone off guard, but it doesn't have to ruin your day. The most important thing to remember is, don't panic. Take a deep breath. With a little know-how and the right tools, you'll be back on the road in no time. Staying calm helps you think clearly and keeps you safe, especially if you're on a busy road or in an unfamiliar area. It's all about being prepared and knowing what to do next. In this guide, we'll walk through each step of changing a flat tire, making it super easy for even first-timers. We'll cover everything from spotting the signs of a flat, to safely pulling over, to using your jack and wrench, and even checking your spare before you hit the road. I'll share some pro tips along the way to make the process smoother and safer, so you can handle a flat tire like a pro. Before we dive in, let's talk about being prepared. It's always a good idea to keep an emergency kit in your car. Make sure you have a working spare tire, a jack, a lug wrench, and a tire pressure gauge. It's also smart to carry gloves, a flashlight, and maybe even a reflective vest for safety. Checking your spare tire's pressure every few months can save you a lot of trouble down the road. Trust me, you don't want to discover your spare is flat when you need it most. So let's get you prepared for anything the road throws your way. By the end of this guide, you'll have the confidence and skills to tackle a flat tire head-on. Ready to become a flat tire fixing pro? Let's go! Before we dive into the process of changing a flat tire, let's take a moment to talk about the essential gear you'll need. Being prepared is half the battle, and having the right tools on hand can make the difference between a quick fix and a stressful roadside ordeal. So let's gather our trusty tools and make sure we're ready for anything the road throws our way. Keeping these items organized and easily accessible in your car is crucial. You never know when a flat tire might strike, whether it's on your daily commute, a weekend road trip, or even just a quick run to the store. By storing your tire-changing tools in your trunk, you ensure that you're always prepared for a flat tire situation, no matter where you are or what time it is. One of the most important pieces of equipment is your spare tire. Think of it as your lifeline when you're stranded with a flat. But it's not enough just to have a spare. You need to make sure it's properly inflated and in good condition. Check the air pressure in your spare tire regularly, at least once a month, and especially before long trips. A flat spare won't do you any good in an emergency, so take a moment to inspect it and make sure it's ready to go. Next up is the car jack. This sturdy tool is what allows you to lift your vehicle safely off the ground, so you can remove the flat tire and install the spare. There are different types of jacks: scissor jacks, bottle jacks, and hydraulic jacks. So make sure you know how to use the one that comes with your car. Always place the jack on a solid level surface and position it at the correct lifting point, as specified in your owner's manual, to avoid damaging your vehicle. The lug wrench is another must-have tool. This is what you'll use to loosen and tighten the lug nuts that hold your tire in place. Some cars come with a basic wrench, but you might consider upgrading to a cross-shaped or telescoping wrench for extra leverage, especially if the nuts are on tight. Remember, it's a good idea to check that your lug wrench fits your car's lug nuts before you actually need to use it. Don't overlook the importance of a good pair of gloves. Changing a tire can be a dirty job, and gloves will protect your hands from dirt, grime, and sharp edges. They also give you a better grip on your tools, which can be especially helpful if you're working in wet or cold conditions. Keep a pair of sturdy work gloves in your kit so you're always ready to handle the task safely and comfortably. Safety should always come first, and that's where wheel wedges or chocks come in. These simple devices are placed behind or in front of your tires to prevent your car from rolling while you work. Even if your car is parked on a flat surface, it's a good habit to use wheel wedges every time you change a tire. They add an extra layer of security and help keep you safe throughout the process. A reliable flashlight is another essential item, especially if you ever find yourself dealing with a flat tire at night or in low-light conditions. A hands-free headlamp can be particularly useful, allowing you to keep both hands on your tools while illuminating your workspace. Make sure your flashlight has fresh batteries and consider keeping a spare set in your kit just in case. Visibility is key when working on the side of the road, especially after dark or in bad weather. A reflective safety vest makes you much more visible to passing drivers, reducing the risk of accidents. It's a small item that can make a big difference in your safety, so always put it on before you start working on your car. By keeping all these tools and safety items organized in your trunk, you're setting yourself up for success. Not only will you be able to tackle a flat tire with confidence, but you'll also have peace of mind, knowing you're prepared for whatever the road may bring. So, take a few minutes to check your gear, make sure everything is in good working order, and you'll be ready to handle a flat tire quickly and safely whenever the need arises. Safety first. When you realize you have a flat tire, don't slam on the brakes. Slowly steer your car off the road as far as possible, finding a flat, straight section away from traffic. Turn on your hazard lights immediately to alert other drivers. It's like a big, "Hey, I'm here" signal. Once you're in a safe spot, take a deep breath, you've got this. Before you start changing the tire, let's make sure your car is secure. Safety is always the top priority, especially when you're working on the side of the road or in a parking lot. Taking a few extra moments to properly secure your vehicle can make all the difference, not just for your own safety but for anyone else who might be nearby. So, let's walk through the essential steps to ensure your car won't move an inch while you engage your parking brake. Whether your car has a traditional handbrake lever or a modern electronic parking brake button, make sure it's fully activated. This simple action locks your rear wheels in place, providing an extra layer of security. If you're on a hill, it's even more important. Always pull the brake before you do anything else. Double check that the brake is engaged by gently rocking the car. It shouldn't move. This prevents your car from rolling while it's jacked up. If you have wheel chocks or even large rocks, place them behind and in front of the tires that will remain on the ground. This extra precaution is especially useful if you're on an incline or uneven surface. The goal is to keep your car as stable as possible, so don't skip this step. Even a small movement can be dangerous when the car is lifted. Next, put your car in park if you have an automatic transmission, or in first gear if you have a manual transmission. This step is crucial because it locks the transmission, making it even harder for the car to roll. If you drive a manual, avoid using neutral. First gear is best for holding the car in place. For automatics, always double-check that the gear indicator is firmly in the P position before you move on. Now grab your owner's manual and locate the jack points for your specific car model. Every car is a little different, and using the wrong spot can damage your vehicle or even cause the jack to slip. The manual will have diagrams showing exactly where to place the jack for safe lifting. Take a moment to study these diagrams and familiarize yourself with the recommended jack points before you get started. These are reinforced areas designed to handle the weight of the car when lifted. They're usually located just behind the front wheels or just in front of the rear wheels along the car's frame. Never place the jack under a plastic panel or a part of the car that isn't specifically marked as a jack point. Doing so can cause serious damage and make the car unstable. If you're unsure, always refer back to your manual or look for small notches or markings on the car's undercarriage. With these safety measures in place, you're ready to start changing that tire. Remember, taking the time to secure your car properly isn't just a formality, it's a vital part of the process that keeps you safe and makes the job easier. Gather your tools, double-check your setup, and approach the next steps with confidence, knowing your car is stable and secure. Let's move on to the next phase and get you back on the road in no time. Before we lift the car, we need to loosen the lug nuts on the flat tire. They're those big nuts holding the tire in place. So, grab your lug wrench and place it onto a lug nut. Remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Push down firmly on the lug wrench to loosen each nut. Don't remove them completely just yet, just break them free. Once you've loosened all the lug nuts, you're ready for the next step. Now it's time to lift the car using the jack. Position the jack under the designated jack point you found in your owner's manual. Make sure the jack is sitting flat and stable on the ground. This is super important for safety. Slowly pump or crank the jack handle to raise the car until the flat tire is about 2 inches off the ground. Remember, safety first. Never put any part of your body under the car while it's jacked up. With the car safely lifted, you can now remove the flat tire, completely unscrew the lug nuts and set them aside in a safe place. You don't want to lose these. Carefully pull the flat tire off the car. You might need to wiggle it a bit to get it free. Now grab your spare tire and align it with the bolts on the car. Gently push the spare tire onto the bolts until it's snug. You're doing great. Time to get your car back on the ground. Screw the lug nuts back onto the bolts by hand, tightening them as much as you can. Now, use the jack to slowly lower the car until the spare tire touches the ground. Once the car is fully on the ground, grab your lug wrench and tighten the lug nuts again, this time going in a star pattern. This ensures the tire is evenly secured. Don't over-tighten, just make them snug and secure. Congratulations, you successfully changed your flat tire. Give yourself a pat on the back. Before hitting the road, check the pressure in your spare tire using a tire pressure gauge. You can usually find the recommended pressure on a sticker inside your driver's side door jamb. Remember, spare tires are meant to be temporary. Head to a mechanic to get your flat tire repaired or replaced as soon as possible. Knowing how to fix a flat tire is a valuable skill that gives you confidence and peace of mind on the road. Drive safe.